Since the start of his raucous presidential campaign in 2015, Donald Trump has been an outspoken opponent of the Iran nuclear accord he labeled the worst deal ever. Less than 16 months after taking charge of the White House, the Republican billionaire has delivered on his campaign promise, pulling out of the agreement touted as a foreign policy achievement by his Democratic predecessor.
Today, we have definitive proof that this Iranian promise was a lie. Last week, Israel published intelligence documents, long concealed by Iran, conclusively showing the Iranian regime and its history of pursuing nuclear weapons. The fact is, this was a horrible one-sided deal that should have never, ever been made. Therefore, I am announcing today that the United States will withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal.
In contravention of the nuclear deal, Trump also ordered the Treasury Department to reimpose the nuclear-related sanctions on Iran. Just hours after Trump's decision, the International Atomic Energy Agency confirmed Iran's compliance with the terms of the agreement for a 12th consecutive time. However, the U.S. move has placed the fruit of more than a decade-long international diplomacy in serious jeopardy.
And I think this is just one example of how Trump's leadership on the world stage is going to lead to U.S. isolation. And Trump, by the very nature of who he is a very alienating kind of figure. And this is only this is like a snowball rolling downhill. It's only going to continue to build up momentum with every decision that he makes.
U.S. President Donald Trump's withdrawal from the multilateral deal has put him on a collision course with some of Washington's closest allies. The European Union's top diplomat pledged to salvage the agreement, calling on the other signatories to live up to its terms.
The European Union is determined to preserve it. We expect the rest of the international community to continue to do its part to guarantee that it continues to be fully implemented for the sake of our own collective security. Let me conclude.
Meanwhile, during an address at Westminster, UK Prime Minister Theresa May and the British Foreign Secretary made it clear that London will not follow Washington in walking out on the Iran deal. Donald Trump's measure has also been met with fierce criticism from other signatories to the agreement, namely France, Germany, Russia, and China. But as expected, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu welcomed Trump's move to quit the accord. The U.S. unilateral withdrawal from the Iran nuclear agreement triggered angry reactions from Tehran. The leader of Iran's Islamic Revolution, who had warned Iranian nuclear negotiators against trusting the U.S., slammed Trump's decision as silly and superficial. Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei also cast doubt on whether the agreement could be saved by Europe. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani, who had described the accord as a key achievement of his first term in office, said Iran would abide by its commitments while it consults with the other signatories. Rouhani also said Iran would take a few weeks to decide how to respond to the U.S. withdrawal. He further ordered the country's Atomic Energy Organization to be prepared to resume uranium enrichment without any limitations. Regardless of the Iran nuclear deal's fate, the world powers were apparently too busy devising rules that prevent Iran from violating the accord that they never foresaw a possible violation of one of their own. That's definitely a loophole in the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action.